Hello everybody, Dan Babis here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. All right guys, so let's get into it. Today we have some big news to talk about. If you guys watched the tell-all yesterday, maybe you noticed, but there was a huge drop that was made, and that was between Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda. They dropped the information that they met on a sugar baby / sugar daddy website when I believe they said that they met on a dating site. So we're getting a bit of the Mike Burke / Jimena Morales kind of thing here. They, said they met on a dating site, but then it turned out that they met on a webcam site. So that to me was the huge bombshell that was dropped last night. Some of the other interesting things that happened was that argument between Ben and Kimberly. Ben using the absolute asinine analogy, saying that the men are the predators, and completely asinine to use that, considering that in recent days and weeks, Ben has been accused of being a predator himself. He's been accused of being a predator because he's going after Mahogany, who is not only 22, but in the pictures that she shared with him, looked even younger. There's also been an accusation of some type of inappropriate behavior that involved Ben and a very young woman that was straight out of college. This happened at the Lupus Foundation, where he was recently fired because of his DUI, and it happened sometime last year. So some allegations going Ben's way. Of course, he gave that really dumbfounding interview where he said that he's not a predator because even though he's 52, he works out and he keeps in good shape. Completely crazy logic that doesn't make any sense. And so he's raising quite a few eyebrows at the P word, and then he puts the spotlight on himself. Totally puzzling what Ben chose to do. But people are also saying that he accused Kimberly of being a predator with his analogy because of the way that she was going after Usman, being very pushy. And I've also heard some people say this, that if, the way Kim behaved towards Usman, if she was a man behaving that way towards a woman, that, the standards would be different. I'm not sure, but that's not the scope of the video today. Today, we want to talk about the sugar daddy, sugar baby thing, and we also want to talk about some of the other things that happened between Jasmine and Gino at yesterday's part 1 of the tell-all. So let's take a look at this piece right here, guys. So this comes from Entertainment Tonight, and we're going to talk a little bit about what happened at the tell-all first. So, Jasmine gets candid about her and Gino's sex life. That was a big part of the tell-all. Let's just take a look here. And like I said, after that, we will take an in-depth look at what exactly is a sugar baby or a sugar daddy. Does that arrangement constitute sex work? And then we'll also take a look at some of the text or some of the messages that Jasmine put out about Gino's ex, Lindsay Ryder. All right, so Jasmine was definitely in a sharing mood during the part 1 of the season of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days tell-all special, which aired last Sunday, yesterday. Jasmine made a virtual appearance while Gino filmed in studio, and she shockingly begged Gino to have more sex with her. Now, the season of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days ended with Gino and Jasmine getting engaged, despite all their ups and downs, and the two saying a tearful goodbye at the airport in Panama as Gino returned to Michigan. However, it's clear that the two still have plenty of trust issues. During the season, Jasmine insisted on checking Gino's phone and emails to make sure that he wasn't communicating with other women, and later felt justified when his ex told her that he had sent topless pictures of Jasmine to ex. That was Lindsay Ryder, that those pictures were sent by Gino to Gino in private, and Gino allegedly, according to Jasmine, sent those pictures to Lindsay, and also the allegations after that was that Lindsay sent those pictures everywhere, including to her work, where Jasmine says she got fired, but we have done videos on that, and we have determined that that's a lie. But let's take a look at the rest of the piece here. During the tell-all, Gino was once again caught lying when he said he never communicated with fellow 90 Day Fiancé cast member Benjamin's friend Jessica, but Sean Robinson pulled up the DMs. Gino asked Jessica if she was Sicilian, and Jessica responded that her husband was. While Gino insisted that Jessica was the one that reached out to him first to say hi. He was not able to provide any proof and said he deleted their exchange. Obviously, this led to Jasmine getting upset, and she took off her engagement ring and told Gino that he was in big trouble. Everyone can call me crazy or whatever, but I've never disrespected you, Gino, she said. I have never cheated on you, and I'm so sick and tired of you playing the nerdy, the naive, and you always keep doing the same shit to me over and over and over again. So here are just some videos. Now, Gino insisted that he never cheated on Jasmine, and he was just having a friendly conversation with Jessica. There's nothing there because I love Jasmine, he said. Later, the two got candid about their sex life, and this is the part that I wanted to come to because everyone's kind of talking about this. In my opinion, it was just gross. It's just not... I don't get it. There is a huge emphasis placed on people just going all out with their sex life, describing it this season. It's not something that I've seen in previous seasons. I gotta say, it comes off a little fake, a little forced to me. There is no reason to have all these details, and I'm not sure that I even buy what they're selling, but that maybe that's just me. But let's take a look at what it says right here. Later, the two got candid about their sex life, and Jasmine shockingly said that when Gino went to Panama to visit her for the month, that was during this season of 90 Day Fiancé that we saw, they only had sex one time. She said that he preferred pleasuring himself rather than having sex with her. Physically, for a man, you need to drain your balls one freaking way or another, she said, as her fellow 90 Day Fiancé cast members laughed uncomfortably. If I'm not the one draining your balls, who is it? Yikes. And why you punish me with sex? She also asked him, stressing that she was completely attracted to his unsexiness. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about this after we're done with this piece here because I have my doubts about this. That's what I can say. I'm not sure that I buy it. If you know that I love effing with you, it's so freaking good. I love it, Gino. I'm vegan, but I want your freaking meat. Give me the meat. I want it, Gino. I'm 35. I shouldn't be begging a man for sex. Now, Gino said that a part of him was of him not wanting to have sex with Jasmine was that they argued a lot. Another revelation from the tell-all was that Gino actually met Jasmine through a sugar daddy website, even though Jasmine proudly proclaimed during the season that she didn't need a sugar daddy. Whoa, the truth comes out. This is absolutely insane that the truth finally comes out, and Jasmine herself made such a huge deal about not needing a sugar daddy, blasted Gino's ex, who I think some people are saying that she's not even his ex because she's just a sugar baby. A sugar baby can be an ex, but we're learning that Jasmine herself is a sugar baby. This is just absolutely craziness. And why is Entertainment Tonight and why is every other website out there not really placing the emphasis on this? This is huge news because, you know, when the truth came out about Mikey and Jimena, how they met on a webcam site, that was a big deal, right? This is kind of the same thing. Now, I've heard rumors about this, Jasmine being a sugar baby for months now, but I've never saw anything concrete, so I never reported here. But it's been reported elsewhere that she was indeed a sugar baby, but of course they're confirming everything right here. So let's take a look at what else it says here. So, Jasmine said her best friend is the one who put her on the website, and she claims she initially didn't know what it was. Jasmine also called out Gino when he said that being on a sugar daddy website was part of his past and that he went on less than 5 dates through the website, although Jasmine said that he'd been on a minimum of 30 dates. So, so basically he's been on a lot of dates through sugar daddy arrangements. E.T. spoke with Jasmine in February, and I'm not going to look at that. Now, what I want to look at here, like I said, this is massive hypocrisy. You guys, you go and watch the videos that I did on Jasmine and Gino. I don't believe much of what they're selling this season. And a big reason is because that whole picture drama that, Jasmine sent to Gino sent to Lindsay Ryder, and then I'm not going to show the receipts in this video, but after Lindsay Ryder got a hold of those pictures, Jasmine alleged that Lindsay sent them everywhere, including to her school, and she lost her job as a result. She said this. I've done videos about this, and there is no proof whatsoever. It's been denied by numerous sources, at least 2 as far as I know, that she lost her job as a result of that. Lindsay denies ever sending those pictures, and now we learned that she was actually on a sugar daddy website. She was looking for a sugar daddy. Also, when the season started, I think she said that she stopped working during the COVID-19 quarantine or something like that. So that's a lie. She did not lose her job because of those pictures. It's much more likely that it had something to do with meeting Gino and their sugar baby, sugar daddy arrangement, perhaps just not wanting to work there anymore or whatever. So there's been a lot of lies, in my opinion, about these two. I also don't buy the whole, like this, I need your meat and all this stuff. I think this is just a bunch of acting, because we know, and I'll show you guys their Instagram. They're together. They seem happy. But I mean, this is a transactional relationship, guys, just like Mickey and Jimena, right? This is similar. So, okay, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is this. What is a sugar baby? So, because I was wondering myself, is a sugar baby an escort? Is it a prostitute? What is it exactly? Because, I've never really known much about sugar babies. So I decided to go on Wikipedia and check it out. This is what it says right here. Sugar dating, also called sugaring, that sounds kind of wrong, but sugaring is a transactional dating practice typically characterized by an older, wealthier person and a younger person in need of financial assistance in a mutually beneficial relationship. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the term sugar is slang, but is often used as a modifier to sweeten something and as a euphemism for money. So the sugar means money, really. Payment can be received by way of money, gifts, supports, or other material benefits in exchange for companionship or a dating-like relationship. The person who receives the gifts is called a sugar baby, while the other one is called a sugar daddy or sugar mama if it's a female. Sugar dating is especially popular in the online community because of the easy access to specific niches and desires. Specific niches and desires. Now, we don't know this for a fact, but there has been, I don't know how to put this, but you guys remember during the season, especially early on in the season, I think it's been toned down now, but how Jasmine used to say, "Good boy, Gino. Good boy, Gino." Right? Yeah. I think, to me, that's a bit of a hint of some kind of BDSM roleplay. Now, I don't know this for a fact. Of course, we don't know. But if this is a sugar daddy, sugar baby, arrangement, then Gino might have stern requirements, right? So, I don't know. But the way that they interacted earlier on in the season, especially Jasmine, kind of taking on this more domineering role and just always complimenting Gino like he's a lap dog, like he's a puppy dog. Good boy, go fetch, good boy, is very odd. So, and now that we learned that Jasmine was a sugar baby, all of that takes on a whole new meaning for me. Maybe you guys see it differently. Maybe I'm off base here, but that is just not the way that I've ever seen anybody in a couple interact before. So, that's my take on that. Okay, let's go to I wanted to show you something else, guys, because I wanted to show you this. So I also did a research on Quora because I was wondering, is sugaring, I guess that's the term, right? Is sugaring sex work, right? Is being a sugar baby, is that considered sex work? It seems like there's a debate. People agree, some people disagree. This is what somebody said here on Quora. So, I used to work as a sugar baby, and now I'm an escort. Honestly, they are the same thing. The only difference is that the sugar baby sees less people or only one and is usually paid less. It's hierarchy for a sugar baby to say, well, at least I'm not a prostitute. Sorry, we're doing the same thing. So this person is saying that, being a sugar baby or the art of sugaring or the practice of sugaring is the same thing as, being an escort. This other person says, to a certain extent, yes, with a few rare exceptions. Not every sugar date ends with sex, although quite often it does. So this person is hinting that the sex aspect is what would make it different. And this person said, go ahead and sugarcoat it any way you want, but yes, it is. And you know this. Do you really think that some older man is going to give you money, gifts, etc., just because? No. He expects something in return. If you think I'm wrong, then I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree. The truth is, yes, it's sex work. So these are not my words. This is what people are saying. Like I said, I was not very familiar with this whole practice of what a sugar baby, sugar daddy really is, right? So I had to do a little bit of research here. There's also this article here by The Sun that touches upon this relationship, right? How does the relationship work? The couple will usually establish a financial agreement early on, as well as their boundaries. Let me just scroll up a little bit. As well as their boundaries, such as whether or not they're considering a sexual relationship. So, according to The Sun, this would normally be established early on in the relationship. We know in the case of Jasmine and Gino, well, according to Jasmine, she wants more sex. So sex is definitely a part of whatever agreement they have. Some sugar babies ask for a monthly allowance, while others get expenses in the form of glam holidays and shopping sprees. Mabi May, 25, who has been a sugar baby since 2014, shared she got around $15,000 worth of gifts over the Christmas period, while others shared Valentine's Day as the perfect day to have a sugar daddy. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, actually. So, is a sugar baby the same as an escort? This is what The Sun says. Sugar babies sometimes get bad press, mainly because of the issue of sex and how it's tied up in the financial relationship. But the girls insist that they're not the same as a prostitute or escort, and there is truth in this. The key difference is that a sugar daddy relationship is a regular arrangement, where an escort might be hired for the night or as a one-off to attend a fancy event. A sugar baby would be meeting her daddy several times a month. Although unconventional, the sugar baby setup is a relationship of sorts, meaning the women are very different from a call girl no matter how high-end. Yeah, so, they're saying that whether there is sex involved or not plays a part. But according to what we read before, sex often plays a part in this. And so, it's also dependent on how often, you meet up. So, yeah, it seems like it's flirting the lines here, with sex work, really. And it really depends on the arrangement. Now, of course, we know that an escort doesn't have to end in sex either. So not all escort work ends in sex either. So, make what you will of that. Now, I did want to show you guys one thing because, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long, but when information about those pictures was dropped about a month and a half ago, right? We've done a few videos about this, you guys remember. I just want to include this to tie up this whole sugar baby, sugar daddy thing, because Jasmine made a big fuss about Lindsay Ryder, how she doesn't respect her. Oh my goodness, guys. The hypocrisy is unbelievable here. Let me just pull this up for you guys once again. This is unbelievable. And I know some of you didn't believe me or weren't on my side when I spoke about the Jasmine lies and how a lot of it is fake drama, but this is just crazy. Okay, so this is the Brian. So this comes from the John Yates Instagram account. And this is the Brian Spohr message, which was a producer that interfered or tried to interfere in their relationship and was fired subsequently. This is what it says right here, guys. So I don't know if you guys can see the whole thing. I'll just read it very quickly. No, sweetie, I'm not mad at her. I actually feel bad for her. Those chats were before I even knew about Gino's existence. She has been like a nightmare following me everywhere ever since she knew about the reality TV show. I guess what she's saying here. I guess she's trying very hard to get fame because of the show. She has been harassing me for months. I don't know how to tell her to leave me alone. She made me lose my patience once, and that's never going to happen again because she can get very low. Wishing her the best with her prostitution career. Oh my God. That's what Jasmine said. I'm not being disrespectful, but that's how she makes a living. You can, give what you don't have, and I understand this lady has no respect whatsoever for anyone in life. Maybe if you contribute with her porn videos, she will leave me alone. So those who like that stuff, go and make her happy supporting her, because at the end of the story, that's all she wants. I just want to live in peace, she says. And then Gino, he doubles down on this. He says she's trying to gain fame from Jasmine and I being on the show because her career path led her to being a porn star. Pathetic, especially since she has 2 young boys. What are they going to think of her in the future? How can they be proud of a mom like this? Oh my God, guys, is it just me? Is it just me, or is the hypocrisy through the roof with these two? This is unbelievable. They're shaming Lindsay Ryder like crazy, right? These texts, these messages were from about a month and a half ago, they were dropped more recently than the tell-all was filmed. The tell-all was filmed at the end of January of this year, and I think this was dropped around that time or perhaps a little later. I forget. Let's see what is the date on this. This was dropped February 4th. This was dropped after the tell-all was filmed. So crazy hypocrisy here. Some really shady lies by Jasmine and Gino. They met on a sugar baby, sugar daddy website. And whether you consider that sex work or not, it seems like it's up for debate. But according to what we read, people that have worked in this industry consider it to be sex work, basically. And so, and then Gino is popping off on Lindsay about how her boys are not going to be proud of their mom because she's involved in sex work. Yet he met Jasmine on a sugar baby, sugar daddy website, which is really how he met Lindsay Ryder. And so I really wonder what he has to say about how he met Jasmine. The hypocrisy is through the roof, guys. I'm gonna cut the video right here because it's already long enough. But I found this fascinating. This whole drop, completely fascinating. You guys let me know what you think, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. Is it just me that thinks that this is just, the hypocrisy is just through the roof with this? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, guys. Give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on Daily Soap Dish. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.